So you're thinking about moving to Corpus Christi, Texas. So before you do, let's talk about some of the stuff about Corpus Christi. It's not everything that you think it is. If you're moving here from out of state, from California, New York, Michigan, Minnesota, so you might want to hear a little bit of this. So let's get into this. Here's some of the things that you need to know about in Corpus Christi. First off is the weather. The weather here, whenever it's hot, it's hot. I mean, it gets really hot. It's smoldering hot. So during the summer and between July and mid-September, we have real bad humidity here, and the temperatures are about 98 degrees, but the feel-like temperature is about 105. And then whenever it gets cold here. Don't get me wrong, it's 70 degrees because the humidity goes down, and at about 70 degrees, or it has that little bit of humidity with it. It may rain a little bit at 70 degrees, and it feels colder to you. In Corpus Christi, we really have two seasons. We have hot or we got cold. Sometimes it's never even in between. There's even been times that here in Corpus Christi, we'll be out there in shorts during Christmas time. Playing on the beach. Maybe not in the water. Might be a little bit too cold for that, but we'll at least be out there on the beach, maybe surf fishing, stuff like that. The next thing that we're going to get into is bugs. The bugs here are different. I mean, of course, everybody's got mosquitoes, but we got mosquitoes. Whenever it rains, if you're not cleaning out the water and dumping standing water, you're going to get mosquitoes. Grass stays a little too tall, you're going to get mosquitoes. June bugs. During the middle of June, we get the June bugs. They're little bugs. They'll dive bomb you, hit you in the head. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just that they're there. So more of the country living, you're going to have more of the June bugs. City, you're not going to have so many because they do come by and spray periodically for mosquitoes, and of course that helps kill the June bugs and stuff like that. So it does knock them down some, but you still get them. So here in Corpus Christi with new builds, when you get new builds, one of the things that you're going to have to watch out for whenever you get into there, because they went out there and disturbed that ground and built that house and that property, well, we get scorpions down here too. And you just want to make sure whenever you're putting on your tennis shoes and stuff like that you make sure you check them, hit them on the table or the bed, make sure there's no scorpions in there. I haven't seen a lot of them, but then again, lately, but then again, I know that they're here. It does happen. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. All right, the next thing that I want to talk about is allergies. I don't necessarily have problems with allergies, but like my wife, my son, whenever the fall and the weather changes and the little cold fronts blow in and it starts bringing different pollens and mold and stuff like that down here, she gets stuffy. So if you're not from around here, you may feel that the allergies may be a little bit more to you. The other thing is in the springtime, when the trees start putting their leaves and stuff back on, they pollinate. And one of the other things that you'll notice is that your car will have a yellow dust on top of it, and that's the pollination from the trees. So that does kind of help create allergy problems. Some of the things that people tell you that you should do is maybe get you some Texas local honey. Right here in you can find places that sell honey that's bees raised in Corpus, and you eat a spoonful of that a day. I'm not a doctor, but they say that it helps, so I'm not real for sure. It's kind of like they're getting into the pollen that you're allergic to. So if you eat a little bit of it, then you should be all right. Let's talk a little bit about property taxes. We are Nueces County, which that's where Corpus Christi is in Nueces County. We are kind of one of the higher tax brackets for property taxes. If you're moving here from a state that has state income tax, most likely y'all's property taxes are a little bit less because you're supplementing that from the state income tax. So I'm going to do another whole video on this, explaining the difference between coming from a state that has a state income tax to a state that does not have a state income tax. So it's going to look like your property taxes are higher. So, but that you're paying a lot more in taxes than what you actually are. It may equal out, it may not. It just depends on the price point of your house and what they have it appraised at the appraisal district. But the good thing about it is there is a company that is called Texas Property Tax Protest. for a small fee, they will go after and get your property and have it reevaluated and have your property taxes brought down, and they'll lock it for like 2 years. You can go and check them out. We don't make anything off of them, or they're not affiliated with us. It's just another added resource for you to be able to check that out. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is utilities, deregulated utilities. So Texas has deregulated utilities. In other words, you are allowed to pick and choose who your electrical provider is. So you've got a place called powertochoose.org. You can go on there and look it up or whatnot and pick whatever company. You just got to kind of watch the what they're offering and what they're charging for pass-through rates and any other little stuff that they may want to add to it. So you just got to be careful on that. So we are partnered up with a concierge company that does helps you with your utilities, water bills, and stuff like that. So it'll be in the link in the description. Click on that and check it out, and that will help you get it set up and everything like that. They're going to shop your rates for you and get you the better rates that you can get. Now, I say that there are some counties in Texas that are not deregulated, like San Patricio County. Most of that, you're going to have to use Sampat Electric. They have everything over there. They have all the lines. They have all the power. But there's some good and there's some bad to it because it is a co-op. Because they are the only ones working on your lines. You can actually get little extra stuff from them on that. So the next thing is Corpus Christi a big town or is it a small town? Well, I call it a small big town. So we're kind of constrained. There's only certain ways that we can grow due to the water. We are on the coast. We are right here at the Gulf of Mexico. We have the Laguna Madre. So we can only grow in towards land. So yes, we still have lots of property over there, but a lot of that is still owned by farmers and stuff like that, but they are progressively selling it off. So we are growing. We are a big, small town. So they say in Corpus Christi, it roughly takes you 20 minutes to get anywhere. So you can get around Corpus Christi pretty easy. You still kind of know a lot of the people. You can run into a gas station or grocery store on one part of town that you don't even live in, and you can run into people that you already know that you've met somewhere else. It gives it that kind of that good little feel, but it's also man, if you don't want anybody knowing your business, okay. You might not get that lucky sometimes. So the next thing that we're going to get into is the traffic. The bad thing about traffic here is that there's really only one major road through Corpus Christi, and that's what we call SPID, which is also Texas 358. It goes from Highway 37 all the way through Corpus Christi out to Mustang Island, or out to Padre Island National Seashores. It is a straight through road. It actually turns into Park Road 22 somewhere in there, but it is a straight through road. So when you're going to work in the morning, you've got one lane of travel, or one road to travel to work, and you got one road to travel coming back. So there are other side streets that you can take that are 4-lane and whatnot, but the problem is they're going to have traffic lights at them. Every intersection where a major road ties in together, you're going to have a traffic light there, so you're going to have to stop. So whenever it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon and everybody's wanting to get home and you're on that road, guess what? You're coming to a stop. So that I said earlier that it takes 20 minutes to get anywhere here. It does, unless it's rush hour. And the other thing is that I hear is a lot of people say that people in Corpus Christi don't know how to drive. So if you're coming here, just be careful. I guess that's anywhere. I can go somewhere else, and I don't think they know how to drive. But anyway, let's get on past that, and we're going to get back. I know I talked about weather earlier, but now I'm going to talk a little bit more about weather. So the other thing that we get here is hurricanes. So it doesn't happen every year, But we do have hurricane seasons, and that's something that you got to kind of be prepared for. You got to, when you're buying your house or getting into your house, one of the things that we try, you got to make sure of is that you've got the boards to be able to cover up your windows, or some sort of setup for hurricane shutters, this, that, and the other. The last one we had was that came close to Corpus Christi, that was close enough that we had to board up and do stuff, was Hurricane Harvey. Everybody heard about that one. It actually went in Port Aransas and went up to Rockport, and those are going to be some of the areas that I talked to you about later on too. But the thing is that you got plenty of warning. It's not like it happens overnight, poof, you got a hurricane. But they do happen, and it takes a little while. You usually have a good 4 or 5 days before they gonna start evacuating or telling you that you need to evacuate. This one is for those people from New York and over in that area over there. People here are friendly. I mean, like I said earlier, you'll walk into a store, you're gonna see somebody you may sit there and chit chat with them for a little while. You're gonna be going to checkout. 9 times out of 10, you may know the person checking you out at the thing, so people are going to be sitting there talking to them and whatnot. So they may drag it on a little bit longer, getting out of the stores and stuff. So you're going to probably see, hey, how you doing? Howdy. People will actually open the doors for you and hold doors open for you when you're walking into stores or walking into a place that doesn't have automatic doors. So if you don't like friendly people, we do have friendly people here. So you might want to just, be prepared for that. So that way that you're going to get some good old Southern hospitality when you come down here to Corpus Christi, Texas. The next thing that I have to talk about is, this is something that I hear a lot of, that people talk about. It's flat here. There is no hills. It's just flat. I mean, it is flat. If you don't have to worry about parking your car on a hill and it rolling down the hill. And I say that now, if you go down to downtown area, there is a little bit of a hill over there, but that is all man-made. That's just from transition from, I think that's all man-made years ago. Transition from sea level up, so you can have your downtown at the higher, the uptown part, and then whatnot. So there is one hill, but it's not like places in California where you're parking on the side of the road and you're sitting there like this, and you got to get out of your car and hope that it doesn't roll back down the hill, hope that your emergency brake holds and your transmission holds while you're parked on the side of the road. So yeah, it is flat down here. Like I said, if you're thinking of moving to Corpus Christi, whether it be within the next 9 or 90 days, give us a call. We'd love to help you. And keep an eye out for more videos about Corpus Christi that we're going to be putting out for you. Have a wonderful day, and talk to you later. Bye.